Firefighters. In most emergency situations where life, property, or the environment are at risk, firefighters are the first professionals on the scene. In response to accidents, fires, floods, earthquakes, or acts of terrorism, firefighters handle medical emergencies and attempt to protect people and property from further danger or damage.
We respond basically to any emergency, because an emergency is basically what people conceive it as such.
I consider ourselves to be problem solvers, not so much firefighters, but problem solvers. Anytime somebody has a problem and they don't know who to call, they call us.
There isn't really anything we don't respond to.
Control 2, Truck 22 is back to the surface.
Always prepared to react immediately when on duty, firefighters face their dangerous and complex work through organization and teamwork.
Your own resourcefulness is really important. You have to be able to think and reason things out. And you have to do it at times very quickly.
At every emergency, they perform specific assigned duties, such as connecting hoses to hydrants, operating pumps, and positioning ladders. They may also enter burning buildings to rescue victims, administer emergency medical aid, or use special equipment to rescue someone from an automobile accident.
It's kind of a challenge in a way that you got to think on your feet all the time. You got to think quickly, and you got to make hopefully the right decisions at the right time. So I think it keeps a boredom out of that, and also just for me, it's the sense of teamwork.
Many work at airports on crash and rescue teams, at chemical plants, on waterfronts, and in forests and wildland areas. Smoke jumpers are specialized firefighters who may parachute into remote areas to battle blazes in inaccessible areas.
When you walk in the door, you never know what you're going to be faced with. You can't plan for it. When you get up in the morning, you can't say, okay, this is what I'm going to do today, because you don't know. Your actions are dictated on what somebody else is doing. And that's what I find most interesting about the job, is you just never, ever know what's going to happen from minute to minute.
Between alarms, firefighters clean and maintain equipment, conduct practice drills and fire inspections, and participate in physical fitness activities.
Really where the work is in this job is after the fire. The fire is the kind of the fun, interesting part. The work becomes after it's all over, cleaning the hose, cleaning the truck, cleaning the equipment, fixing any broken equipment.
They also teach fire prevention. This is a very hazardous occupation. The risks of injury or death are constant. Even heavy protective clothing cannot always protect them from contact with smoke, flames, dangerous gases and chemicals, radiation, or other hazardous materials.
For me, I think I put my faith elsewhere, where I know that whatever happens, happens. Actually, I get more stress from driving on the highway to work than I do at work. So,
the hours are longer and more variable than those of other occupations. They may work 24 to 48-hour shifts and then be off for several days, or work just night shifts. Crew members eat, sleep, and work closely together, often under stressful and dangerous conditions, so the ability to get along well with others is important. They must be mentally alert and courageous, and have mechanical aptitude, endurance, and strength.
Especially if you're a woman, you really have to like working out. Because I have to lift weights. I lift weights about 4 or 5 times a week and run or ride my bike, and I'm still not as strong as most of the guys.
In the past, a high school diploma or its equivalent was sufficient formal education. Now, however, an associate's degree can greatly enhance the chances of appointment in this competitive job market. Written and physical exams must be passed, as well as medical examinations, including drug screening.
There's a lot of training you can get around different fire academies. That all gives you practical experience in firefighting, being an EMT, emergency medical technician. That all helps too. But basically, you have to be able to figure things out on your feet. Look at a problem, figure it out, and then solve it, and then do it.
There's so many people that want this job. You have to be as prepared as you can be. I mean, the more things you have in your favor, the better chance you have.
Departmental training centers provide formal instruction for new recruits. Many fire departments have accredited apprenticeship programs that last 3 or 4 years.
for anybody that chooses to go here, it really is a job that you can look forward to every day. At least I do.
Typical job duties can include removing an injured driver from a car after an accident, checking a smoke-filled apartment building for residents, fighting wildfires in remote wilderness areas, and teaching fire safety to elementary school children. Earnings usually range between $400 per week for new employees and up to $1,000 per week for supervisory positions. The recommended education and training includes community college or university studies in fire science, instruction at departmental training centers after receiving an appointment, and a 3 to 4 year accredited apprenticeship program at the department. Ongoing in-service training throughout the firefighting career is necessary. The job outlook is fair. This exciting and challenging job is expected to continue to attract more applicants than there are openings. For additional information, write to the International Association of Firefighters, 1750 New York Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20006.